Okay? So now we're going to sing it. We're going to sing the C major scale. So we're going to sing it from here, from your diaphragm, nice and resonant and tone, ready. We're just going to go la, 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 ready. La, 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 back down, la, la. The Catharsis Choir is born. Bless God. Okay, so that's what it sounds like. Now we're going to sing the first word la, and then from thereafter we're going to sing the formula. So you actually have to think about it now. Okay? Do I demonstrate it? Good. Now, okay. Greg's like, let's go. Okay? So we're sing la, and then we're going to sing whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, and then we're going to sing it backwards on the way down. Yeah? So sing la, ready? La, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, half, whole, 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 half, whole, whole. Now do it one more time and glance at the keyboard in front of you or my keyboard here. Okay? So that you lock in the visual of the halves and the whole. One more time. We're going to sing la and then the formula. Ready, go. La, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. So that's the C major scale on the keyboard. Make sense? Now, let's say we want to start a scale on a different note, and we're going to do the formula. We're going to start on G, which I think is what's the one on the page, right? So there's a G. If you don't know the keyboard, make sure that you look on the keyboard and go, oh, that's a G. Put your finger on the G on the keyboard you got there. And it should be at the top of the page, a nicely labeled keyboard right there for you. Eh? Okay? Put your finger on the G, and we're going to do the formula. So what's a whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half? What's the whole step above G is A, another whole step, B, half step, C, whole step, D, whole step, E. Now this one, whole step, goes from E to F sharp, G. So all of a sudden now we have a black key. So it's, from the first one, it's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Because we got 3 holes on our formula. All right? But now we got a black key in the midst. That's F sharp. Okay? So when someone says the word key, it can also be interchangeable with the term scale. Someone says, what key is it in? You could also restate that as, what pool of notes are we going to agree upon to use? No, I'm actually, I mean, like, I understand why you're laughing, but like, seriously, that's another way of saying it. What pool of notes are we going to agree upon ahead of time? Because I don't want to play a wrong one, right? What key are we in? What scale are we using? And now, remember earlier when we said, if you say sharp and flat, you don't have, if it's a natural note, you don't have to say that it's simplex. So I can just say G. I don't have to say G natural. You know it's this one, okay? Because it's neither sharp nor flat. Same thing implied with major a lot of time when you're talking what key are we in. If somebody says, hey, we're in the key of G, you don't have to say major. You can if you want to be specific. But if you don't say anything, it's assumed that it's major because most of the time it is. Okay? If it's something else, then you would say G something else. Okay? So let's build a major scale on the fretboard, shall we? Yeah? The major scale on the fretboard. Everybody say our phrase, Eddie ate dynamite. Ready, go. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. So what's the 4th string? G. 4th from the bottom. Player's perspective. Yeah. So Eddie ate dynamite. Good. So here's my 4th string that I'm plucking, if you can see that from there. So if we're going to do the G major scale, we can start with this all on one string. So where would I put my finger to go up a whole step? On A, but where would A be? 2nd fret is exactly right. So I'm on this 4th string. That's the 1st fret. That's a G sharp or A flat. I don't want that. I want to go, here's the 1st step, and then I want to go whole, whole. Notice I went up 2 frets. Now I'm going up 1 fret because I'm going half. Now I'm going to go 2 frets, whole, 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 and then right before the double dot, right before my octave, I got a half step, only 1 more fret. Bam. Okay? So we can sing that. And let's do la and the formula. Ready, go. La, whole. No, I'm sorry. Do it while you watch my hand. So you go, ooh, that's where the spot is on the fretboard. Okay? So we're going to go la and then sing the formula. Open G goes la, whole, half, whole, half. Now go back down and I'm going to take it up. Half, whole. Now whoever got it wrong, make a note. I want to practice my backwards formula because some of y'all got it wrong, but that's okay. Can you visualize the one string, right? Every 2 frets, every 1 fret, major scale. Now guitar brings another. Any questions so far on that? If I handed everybody in the room a guitar, do you feel like you could find the G string? And you feel like you could play that? You don't have to play it great, but you could figure out how to play it, right? Understanding wise? Now here's where the fretboard gets fun. Because remember we found out earlier that the same notes occur in multiple places on the fretboard. It's not just one place. So if I wanted to play a scale, I got several options on the fretboard. I can do this one string approach like I just did, where it's... Now, but if you saw me do that, you saw my hand having to do a whole lot of movement. So the guys that came up with the tuning of Eddie Ate Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, the reason why they came up with it was, okay, we want to make certain combinations of the pool of notes that make it easier for our hands to create those combinations. So as far as I understand it, it was a trial and error period for a long time before somebody came up with this particular method that said if we want to make these common combinations that it's an easy pattern or shape for our hand to make, this is where we arrived at, okay? Which means that we have multiple places on the fretboard to make a scale. Now, let's stay on G major, because now we know that G major is all those white keys except for, I'm going to say it one more time because some people tune me out. Okay? The G major scale is all those white keys except for F sharp, right? But now we're going to build the G scale on this bottom E string, the first Eddie. Okay? What's the first note? G, because we're making a G scale. First note's going to be G. Where is the G on the E string? Now, hang on. If you know guitar, hold on for a second. If you're new to guitar, think about it. Where would the G be on the E string? Where would I put my finger? Anybody? 3rd fret's the right answer. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Here's a G. Right? Where would, what's the next note I need? I need to go up a whole step in my formula, so I need an A. What did Eddie do? He ate. So the next string is A. Now, I could play A here 2 frets up, or I could also play A here by plucking the open 2nd string. That sounds the same as this. That sounds the same as this. So now I could do the scale by going G, A. And what's my next note? I got to know another whole step, so I got to go to B, 2 half steps, right? Next one's two whole steps. Next one is 1 half step up to the letter name C. Now I got 3 holes left, 3 holes and a half, right? What's a hole above C? What did Eddie eat? So I could just do that string. So in sum, I could go G, open A, 2nd fret B, 3rd fret C, open string D. My 5 notes I want to make in my scale is G, A, B, C, and D so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the E string, 3rd fret's G. I could play A here, or I could do an open A. So in this case, I'm going to do an open A. So G on the 2nd string, open A on the 2nd string, 2nd fret B. Next fret C, half step, whole half. Now if I go up another whole step, I want a D. I could do a D here, but I've also got an open D here. Okay, so I can do the scale like this. Watch. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. I could also do it like this. G, A, and you can't tell, but I plucked over here. The A, I'll do it over here so you can see the plucking here. G, A, B, C, D. What's above D is E, a whole step or 2 frets, E. Another whole step, 2 frets is F sharp. Now what do we say to Eddie after he ate it? Goodbye. So the next open string is the G, that's an octave above this G. This G. So now we can do the scale Now sing it that's fast. Ready, go. La 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 la. How about that?